In FIFA 22 Career Mode we will finally see the return of the Create a Club feature, something that was in FIFA a long time ago. This brings a lot of questions with it though, because what team should you create? The options are almost limitless and it might be quite difficult to pick just one. That's where this video comes in, as I will give you several ideas for the Create a Club feature. These will vary from clubs that exist in real life but aren't in a league that's in FIFA 22. Or are just randomly generated clubs who don't exist. One thing to note is that you can't import real club logos or kits, which might make it quite difficult to keep the career mode very realistic because your club doesn't have a logo that matches with the real one that exists in real life. So on some of these create a club options, you will have to use a bit of imagination and just accept that you can't create a similar club logo as the club has in real life. Take a Red Bull team for example, as there are no logos you can use in FIFA 22 Create a Club that looks even close to the regular Red Bull logo, so you will just have to accept it. If you go in and enjoy the video, then be sure to give it a like and subscribe to not miss any other FIFA 22 Career Mode tips. Now let's get into the video. The first Create a Club idea is Homegrown FC, with the name basically saying what the club entails. This new club can start in any country of your choice, but has to start in the lowest league from that country that is in FIFA 22. The club can only play, buy and scout players that are from the same country that the club originates from. So if you start in the second division in Spain, your club has to only play, buy and scout players from Spain. You can also add an extra option to only use players from a certain region of your country, something that Athletic Bilbao already do by only playing players from the Basque region. You can, for example, only buy players who are from London or the West Midlands from England. You can pick any region from any country and search on Google for footballers from that specific region, and there should be some lists popping up. Otherwise you can add SoFIFA to the end of your search terms to potentially see a list on SoFIFA that someone made only including players from that region. You can also translate the word homegrown to the version of the country you will be playing in to make the club's name fit a little better with the country. Next up is AFC Richmond, which is a fake English professional football club that's based off Ted Lasso, a TV series where Ted Lasso, an American college football coach, is hired to coach an English soccer team. The club, AFC Richmond, was founded back in 1897, 134 years ago, and competes in the championship in a TV series, the second football tier in England. The club is based in Richmond, a region in southwest London. Their home colours are blue shirts with a red vertical band, with white shorts and yellow socks. The Greyhounds, which is the club's nickname, has a stadium with a capacity of more than 25,000. The ground is called Nelson Road. In FIFA 22 Create a Club you can try to recreate the club's logo and kits as much as possible and put AFC Richmond in the EFL Championship, replacing one of the lower rated teams currently competing in there. Your manager's name can be Ted Lasso, and you can continue the TV series in your career mode save by trying to get the club back to the Premier League and make them a powerhouse in England. I would highly recommend to watch the TV series to get to know more about this fictional club and the entire backstory. You can even add your own rules after watching the series to make the career mode more interesting. The oldest professional football club in the world is Notts County, who were founded back in 1862, 159 years ago. They currently compete in the National League, the 5th tier of England. The club's highest finish ever was finishing 3rd in the highest division of English football in the 1890-91 season, and they replicated this achievement 10 years later as well. They also won the FA Cup in 1894 against Bolton Wanderers. The Magpies, Notts County's nickname, played in the highest English football league for quite some years throughout their club's history, with the most recent one being in the 91-92 season. They were sadly relegated immediately after 2 back-to-back promotions the previous 2 seasons, and thus missed out on the first ever season of the Premier League, as the highest division of England is now called. Notts County fell back in the 4th division by 1997-98 and had a few up and down seasons in the next few years before getting relegated from the Football League in the 2018-19 season for the first time in the club's history. Your turn to bring Notts County back to the top of English football by firstly creating them via the Create a Club feature and putting them in League 2, the 4th division of England. Then you will have to climb through the English leagues with minimal spending on new signings. This is a real grind, but will be one of the most fun creator club ideas to do in FIFA 22 Career Mode, mostly because of Notts County's massive history. I would recommend to search for interesting videos on YouTube regarding the club to get to know more about them, and this will help you get even more attached to the club. A similar idea to Homegrown FC is Academy City FC, which is a club that's based all around the youth academy and career mode. But instead of only focusing on one country or a certain region, you can scout every country that's possible to scout in FIFA 22 Career Mode. You will once again have to start in the bottom league of the country you decide to play in and work your way through the leagues. The customization of the club's logo, kits and stadium is all up to you, and I would once again recommend to maybe slightly change the name of Academy City FC if you decide to do a save outside of England to make the club's name fit a bit better with the country you are playing in. You can also add certain rules that you must have at least one player in your squad from every country you scout in the youth academy, or that you can only scout one big country per season. So you can't scout Spain, Brazil and Argentina all at the same time, and you get to explore some other countries as well. One creator club idea that many will replicate in FIFA 22 Career Mode is making a totally new Red Bull side. As you probably know, Red Bull have taken the football world by storm over the past few years, with mainly RB Leipzig and RB Salzburg taking the spotlight. You will now have to create another Red Bull site in the creator club feature, with yourself choosing the city and country that the club will feature in. I would recommend to take the new Red Bull site to a club outside of the USA, Germany and Austria, as Red Bull already own teams in those countries. You can choose to place the new team in England, France or maybe Belgium or the Netherlands. One downside to this creator club idea is that you can't really recreate the traditional Red Bull logo and change it a bit to fit with your new club, so you will have to create your own logo and kits. Other than that, you will have to start in the lowest league from your chosen country and take the new Red Bull side to the highest division and make another great Red Bull team. Some rules to add is that you have to sign or loan at least 2 players from either RB Leipzig, RB Salzburg or New York Red Bulls each season, or that you have to lay a big focus on the youth academy, as that is what the other Red Bull teams are doing currently. A team that qualified for the Champions League for the first time in the country's history is Sheriff FC. The Moldovan side went through all 4 qualifying rounds in order to reach the group stages. As the club is not in FIFA 22, you can recreate them via the Create a Club feature. It will once again be very hard to replicate their real logo, and there is no Moldovan league in FIFA 22. I do have a solution for the latter issue though, which is to create an Eastern European league with the best clubs from Russia, Croatia, Greece, Ukraine, Hungary and Romania, and put them all in a Romanian league, replacing some of the lower rated teams. Some clubs like Ferencváros from Hungary are also in the rest of the world section, so you will have to add them as well. Of course, don't forget to add Sheriff FC to this league as well. And if you want to make the league even harder to win, you can also add some of the highest rated Turkish clubs to the league. As Sheriff qualified for the Champions League group stage, you will have to add them to the desired group they have in real life as well. Moving into the career mode, I would highly recommend to use the Youth Academy and scout Moldova, as that is a country to scout in FIFA 22 career mode and fits perfectly with Sheriff FC. I would also recommend to buy a few of the Moldovan players that are already in the game. For other countries, I would most recommend to scout or buy players from other Eastern European countries and African countries, as that is what the current squad of Sheriff is in real life currently, a mix of Moldovan, Eastern European and African players. Another creator club idea that's based on a TV series is Inazuma 11. Once again, I would recommend to watch this TV series to understand a bit more about the backstory and the club. But to summarize it, Mark Evans is a talented goalkeeper who attends the Raymond Junior High School, where he tries to revive the school's football team. He gathers a lot of different players throughout the series, all with their own superpower that they can use during matches. Your job is to recreate this TV series in FIFA 22 via the Create a Club feature and work your way up from the bottom and eventually beat the best teams in the world. Quite a bit of imagination is needed to recreate Inazuma 11 in FIFA 22, but you can try to give each player their own superpower or best attribute. For one player that can be their speed, for the other their shot power or long shots, and for someone else that can be a slide tackle. Another idea similar to the Red Bull version is to create a new football club that is a partner of the City Football Group, a group of football clubs that work together in real life. Clubs like Manchester City, Girona, Troyes, New York City FC and Yokohama FC are already in this group. So create another new club in a different country that doesn't have a City Football Group team yet and help dominate the world with the City Football Group. You can add rules like you have to accept every transfer or loan offer from a team from the City Football Group for one of your players, and that you have to either buy or loan 3 players from the other teams each season. Another create a club idea that many people will do in FIFA 22 is to recreate their local amateur football club that they play for or live closest to. You can try to recreate your own team's logo as best as you can and create some cool new kits. Put your amateur side in the lowest league of the country that they are from and work your way up using your local side. Try to keep a majority of players from the same country that your club is based in, just to keep it a bit more realistic. Another club that's not in the game anymore is Palermo, with the Italian side currently competing in the 3rd division of Italy. They finished in 3rd place in the 2018-19 season in Serie B, but were relegated by the Italian Football Federation due to serious financial irregularities. Palermo appealed and it was successful, as the club were docked only 20 points, which would make them finish in an 11th place. However, before the following season started, Palermo incorrectly submitted their standard application by failing to provide evidence of a valid insurance policy for the new season. This is an extremely serious breach in Italy, and so Palermo were put back in the Serie D, the 4th division in Italy. They have since found promotion to the 3rd tier and are still competing in the Serie C. Your job is to recreate Palermo via the Create a Club feature and make them an Italian powerhouse in the Serie A. Unfortunately, there's no Serie B in the game anymore, which kinda ruins the grind of bringing Palermo back to the Serie A. But you can still limit yourself to a low amount of money to spend on transfers in the first 3 seasons, for example, to try and survive relegation. If you finish in a relegation spot at the end of the season, then this career mode save has failed and Palermo were relegated again. These were 10 ideas for the new Create a Club feature which is in FIFA 22 Career Mode. I hope you enjoyed these and let me know which one you will use in your save, or if there is another idea I could potentially use in a part 2. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to not miss any other career mode tips, and I will see you at the next video.